Welcome to Bangkok ChitChat. Today we've got our Hua Hin report, one of the regional reports we do around Thailand. And we have Richard from Hua Hin with our special guest, the owner of Father Ted's pub, David Long. So guys, what's happening in Hua Hin?
Oh yeah, Andrew.
How's it going,
There's
David?
plenty happening down here, mate. We're alive and well.
That's good.
Lots happening down here, mate. Drinking coffee for starters anyway, right? We're getting the day started. So, how are you, mate?
Oh, everything's good over here. Everything's fine. It's good to have you on.
Thanks very much for having me on.
David, you're at Father Ted's. You actually run this place, right?
Yeah.
I love your accent. What part of Ireland are you from?
County Cork. How are you?
Beautiful part of the world.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely down there.
Have you been there?
I've been not quite that far.
Oh.
But I did work in Dublin for a few years.
Okay.
And I ventured south a bit. There we go. So there we go. Right.
Richard, between the Southern Ireland accent and the Northern Ireland accent, the Southern Ireland accent sort of sings and the Northern Ireland accent sort of growls at you. That's the difference.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I'm saying it's got a great accent.
I like
I love
the
it.
Glaswegian accent and Edinburgh accent.
Yeah, I guess.
So what's happening? Give us some news.
Well, it's been a very busy week. Last weekend, we took the radio station up to King Krachang, which is about an hour's drive north of here, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the forest. And there's a motorcycle racetrack circuit up there. So we were covering the motorcycle races going around. There was a group of about 6 motorcyclists all herring around this track in the middle of the jungle. It was amazing. Great event. They're going to be doing it, I think, every couple of months, something like that. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah, we actually sponsored that event.
Yeah.
I just got a few pictures sent to me as we're speaking here. The owner has called in a few times to me. Enjoys his Irish breakfast, right? So mostly local lads trying out the bikes. I had one fella here last night. He came off his bike at this thing, right? But he was okay. He tumbled around a few times, but he still lived to tell the story. So they all enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, and they did have an ambulance there that went round the truck and picked people up.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were well equipped. It was good. I'll send you a little video clip, like a 60-second clip, Andrew. You can have a look at that. They had the 19th annual Hua Hin and Golf Festival kick off last Sunday, and that's taking place over the next couple of months. So they had a lot of, key personnel here. The local governor and the mayor was there, and 1 or 2 others, even a couple of local journalists. And I was surprised. There are 9 golf courses around Hua Hin. It's absolutely amazing. 9, you can count them. The Royal Hua Hin, the Banyan, the Black Mountains, Springfield, the Lakeview, Palm Hills, Majestic Creek, Sea Pine. I've never heard of that. You know that one?
Sea Pine, yeah.
Okay. And King Krachang, which is just north of here. So all those golf courses surround Hua Hin. It's an amazing place if you're a swinger.
Excuse me?
It's amazing. Yes, exactly. And just to add to that, the Irish, you've got your own golf coming up at the end of the month. The Triskel Trophy,
yeah.
right? Is the Irish community getting together?
Yeah, there's a big gang of us meeting up at the last weekend of this month. We've got the Irish ambassador. Apparently, he might be showing up in a helicopter. We'll see how that pans out. But it's first day of Black Mountain, second day in Banyan. Probably 2 of Hua Hin's finest, if not Thailand's finest golf courses. They're hosting us. So we've got about 65 people, 64 people signed up so far. We're aiming for 100. There's a lot of effort, a lot of work gone into it. We've got some fantastic prizes, right? We've got memorabilia from amazing Irish golfers. We've got 3 night packages in the holiday and up for grabs. We've a German beer, Kronbacher, sponsoring us. So loads of free Weissen beer, Dunkel beer. I think you're fine that, Andrew, here.
So they'll be staggering around the course. Really,
we
right?
will, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
I take it they'll be coming back to Father Ted's as well, yeah?
They'll be back here. We've got the Rolling Stones playing that night, so I'm sure they'll all gather here to check them out.
That's good. So what date is it? Is it the 28th, 29th?
Both days, 28th in Black Mountain, 29th in Banyan. It's roughly 7,500 baht all in with food and beverage, free flow, everything. It's a great event. In fairness, there's a guy by the name of John Murphy who's involved in it, and he's put a lot of work into this. So there's still a few spaces open. If anyone wants to join us, you're more than welcome.
Okay, great.
So there you go.
Anything else happening?
Absolutely, loads of things happening. The Hua Hin Food Festival takes place this coming Friday, and that'll be on the beach right behind the Centaur Grand Hotel. That's on the 7th and 8th of August. And also, just to support that, you've got all the local hotels or restaurants, plus local restaurants, and there's also a Zumba dance class taking place at the same time in the same place.
I'll have to be at that. I'll have to be at that for sure.
Yeah, you've got to come and work out. It's going to be something.
I can picture you, Andrew, doing the Zumba there, you know.
Yeah, you see, it's halfway there. It's good. It can't be bad. So that happens this coming Friday and Saturday, which is going to be good fun. And what else is going on? Well, I've been driving around Hua Hin and having a look at the progress of the railway.
Right.
There's a brand new double-track railway, isn't there?
That's right, yeah.
And much to my astonishment, there is this flyover section. I'll send you a photo. And they're putting the train up in the air. And they're going to build the new station just south of the existing old Hua Hin railway station. And the existing railway station is going to be used as a museum piece, I gather. And the new station just to the south, it'll have walkways. We suspect it'll have walkways into Blueport and also somehow a way in towards the Holiday Inn a little bit further to the south.
Will the train be faster than the existing one?
I think it's just a case of relieving traffic through Hua Hin, you know. There's still some old-fashioned trains going up and down where you've got fellas actually flipping motoring it themselves, okay? So I think it's just to give them somewhere to park up while the real trains fly by, you know. So.
But it's absolutely amazing. Again, I'll send you a couple of pictures because I've got a couple of good shots there. So
I think it should
see how this is going.
Yeah, it's great. It should speed up the whole process to Bangkok, you know.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Okay, and what else is going on? Friday, it's the start of the flights from Hua Hin up to Chiang Mai and Udon Thani. So AirAsia will be taking off from here Friday morning up to Chiang Mai, and then another flight a little later up to Udon Thani. So that kicks off Friday. It's going to be a busy weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. That's great news for Hua Hin, you know.
Yeah. But the Malaysia flight is still on hold, of course. No international flights just yet.
Right. So what's the general situation down there? COVID, from what I gather, there hasn't been any new cases. But how is things affected you, David?
Obviously, there's been a big impact. You know, generally speaking, I'm quite lucky in the extent we've got a following. People such as yourselves still come in for a bite to eat or a pint, you know. But generally speaking, yeah, the traffic and footfall has dropped massively. Hotels aren't quite running as they used to be. But as the weeks go by, we see more and more of them opening up again, encouraging domestic tourism, which hopefully is going to, you know, help us in the future, right? There seems to be more and more people coming down from Bangkok.
Yeah.
The last few weekends, so things have slightly started to pick up again. They have. A quick walk around Hua Hin would suggest a lot of businesses have closed, hopefully only for a temporary kind of measure until international flights open up. But quietly confident that things will start to improve even further, you know. So we're quietly optimistic here, Andrew.
So when
COVID will pass it by soon.
When did you open Father Ted's?
15th of June we reopened. I closed not long after St. Patrick's Day. So we had a maybe 2.5 month closing period. Yeah, so We opened up 15th of June, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so when you first opened, how long have you been open as Father's Ted's? It's been a number of years now.
5 years, coming December 1st.
Wow, okay.
I wanted to know, why did you decide to call it Father Ted's?
A long time ago, somebody called me Dougal, right?
How'd you found about?
Yeah. So I thought I'd show them who the real Dougal was, you know.
Okay.
No, I always thought it was a fantastic name for a bar and trying to get people's attention, you know. And I was lucky enough to meet a couple of the people involved in the actual show over the years who wish me luck. So yeah, it's been a great name to serve me well.
Good. It's just something you had in your mind.
Yeah.
You just wanted to use it.
It was,
Great.
yeah, I had a concept.
Good. Excellent.
So what kind of explain a little bit about the pub? You know, you've got music, you know, events and things like that, food. Give us a brief on the pub.
We got something going on pretty much every night of the week. Monday tonight we're 20% off Mexican food. It's Mexican Mondays, right? Just for example.
I like that.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, this used to be actually a Mexican pub. A Mexican restaurant, and I worked on the street for quite a while. So I managed to inherit a decent kitchen crew that could produce quality Mexican food. So I kept that going and added obviously what I do and my expertise, if I have any. So we've got Mexican Mondays with fantastic local musicians. We've got a new band starting tomorrow. They're called Cloud9. Highly recommended. We got a few bookings already. Wednesdays, people will be happy to know the Bangkok Beatles are back. They came back for the first time last week, and we had a cracking Wednesday night. So the plan was to have them once a month, but we're going to change that to a weekly event again. So anyone listening, get out and watch the Bangkok Beatles on Wednesday with us. It'll be here every Wednesday.
Do you manage some social distancing while you're doing that? I mean, or do you just say?
We obviously have to.
You have to
apply by laws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tables are restricted in size. There used to be a lot bigger. But saying that, there's still plenty of fun to be had. And yeah, last week was fantastic. It was great to have the Beatles back. I think it probably encouraged a lot of people to come out, and hopefully it will give people that bit of optimism to pull off these events in the future, if not here, other places as well, you know. So the Bangkok Beatles are huge for us. They've been great over the years, and I'm delighted that they're back every Wednesday in there. Thursday nights we're starting a new quiz night with our old friend Lee Shamrock. I'm sure a lot of the people in Bangkok will be well aware of who Lee Shamrock is. Fridays we've got an amazing artist by the name of Sunisa. She's been here for about a year or so. She's fantastic. So come out and check her out. Made every night of the week. Saturday, 20% off steak. Some days we've got Sunday roast. So Father Ted's has got something on pretty much every night of the week, or at least we try to.
So is this all on your Facebook page, or you know, how can people find out what's going on?
Everything's available to see up on Facebook. Yeah, we've got a Twitter account and Instagram, obviously, but Facebook is probably our number one way of communicating.
Right. Okay. So you got an international anti-food, or just international?
We do indeed. We have Italian, Mexican, we have Western style Chinese, obviously specialities. Quite a large menu. In fairness, we cover a lot of ground, right? But
international.
Yeah. So it's local cuisine as well as international.
Right. Okay. So what about the sort of the clients you've got, the regulars you've got? Is it mostly Farang or a great mix?
It's a good mix. Right now we've probably got more ties than ever, which is fantastic. There's plenty of local people coming out and encouraging us to keep going. Right. So we have more locals than we normally do at the moment, which is fantastic. Right.
You're getting more of the weekends from Bangkok.
We are indeed. Yeah. Normally come high season you'd probably the vast majority of people would be holiday makers, but right now it's probably almost 50-50.
All right, so across this COVID period, how did you find that the government, help your staff and help you as a business? Or did they do absolutely nothing and say you're on your own?
They actually did help me, mate. You know, I'm blessed. I don't know if you're aware. I've had all my staff since the day opened. Some of my staff have worked with me follow me from previous restaurants, so I'm blessed. I've got a great crew, right? Everything's above board here, mate. So when I applied for Social Security and that, I got help from government. Fair play to them. I was obviously very, very cautious and worried in the beginning, but they came through for me and my staff, and that gave me the kind of leeway that I needed, right, to be able to continue this. So fair play to the government.
That's good.
We actually did get our Social Security in here. And yeah, thank God, right? Touch wood. That's first to hear.
Great. Yeah.
That's really good. So, is there anything else happening in Hua Hin at the moment?
Plenty happening, mate. There's Tony, the people passing here regulars, mate. I have to say hello to them. Panama Bar down the road is doing well, right? Town is, in fairness, town is open up a little bit later. There's been the last few nights, there's been a bit more atmosphere around town. Things have kind of relaxed slightly, you know. So I think the municipality are probably TAT are probably aware of the fact that we need to be able to make Hua Hin a little bit more successful and give and offer something for people that are coming here. So measures seem to be relaxed a little bit more here. So there's a bit more entertainment happening and an atmosphere around town later on, so to speak. So anyone that's thinking about coming down to Hua Hin for a weekend, come down. There's still plenty happening, right? There's the late night area reopened. I was in there for a few drinks. I'm not going to say what time I finished up, but there is things for people to do down here now again. The beach isn't buzzing, but there's places, restaurants, bars. Yeah, there is.
There's a bit of windsurfing as well.
There is
kitesurfing and all of that. It's good.
The weather's crap for the next 3 or 4 days. So think about all the stuff we have to offer and come down after the weather improves. Right?
Well, if it's raining, they just come into Father Ted's, don't they?
I couldn't agree more, mate.
Okay.
Typical Irish weather suits us.
That's right. Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not sure. I just want to thank you lads for having me on here, right? And I'm a solid listener to Surf FM every day, driving in my car. I have it on and keep up to date with what's going on. And it's lovely to talk to Andrew. We're old mates for a long time. So thank you very much for having me on, man.
No problem at all. Anything from you, Richard?
I think we're all done. I think we've said quite a bit, actually. Hua Hin is rolling forward slowly. It's great to see people down there at the weekends, coming down from Bangkok. Obviously, it's going to be quite a while before we get international guests, but that's just the way things are going. But I think people are slowly coping. But I would also add that there are still quite a few people that are struggling here. Some are really almost struggling for the basic necessities of life. You know, there have been a few local groups setting up some ways of raising funds and collecting food together to distribute to local people. Both Thai and international people are really finding it tough because there are still quite a few in that position, unfortunately. But hopefully things are gradually, coming up and getting a bit better now.
Yeah, I always think look at the positive outlook. Look at the silver lining somewhere. Yeah.
Yes.
And I really hope that Hua Hin takes off. Hope Thailand sort of survives all this and all the businesses. But it's tenacity. You just keep going, banging on that door.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's not it, really, from me.
Yeah,
I think we're all done.
Indeed.
I just want to say, if you've got nothing to listen to, check out our radio station, Surf 102.5. We're online and on FM if you're around the region. You can listen anywhere around the country. Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Thanks very much, David, for your time. Thanks very much, Richard, for hosting this. And I'll see you soon. All right. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Bye-bye.
So, that was very interesting. So thank you very much to David Long and to Richard for an interesting interview and discussion about what's happening in Hua Hin. And please subscribe, like and share. have a look at our YouTube channel. There's lots of interesting videos. So thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.